Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about my top 5 characters for the hit game Spyro's Adventures because I can. It's something, I get to talk about Skylander characters in a non-biased way. It's very separate from honestly rated, and I feel like it'll be nice. All I want you guys to do is just tell me who your personal favorite is and why. It'll just be nice to have a conversation in the comments. So, let's just start with it. There's not really much of an opening that needs to be said. Rolling in at number 5, we're going to have Wrecking Ball. Now, this list is not going to really pertain to Spyro Adventures itself. Not a lot of these characters are going to be like my favorite characters to play in the game. It's just characters from that game. And the reason I'm doing that is just because, well, at least for me, I cannot remember a lot about Spyro's Adventure. I have not played these games in a long time. I'm trying to get back into it. And I still been collecting and stuff like that, but being able to get into the older games and record that, it's not really an option for me right now. So, I'm just going to try to take from my memory and what I can remember. And I can remember that Wrecking Ball was one of my favorites. And I still like him. I don't know. I find him really cute. His picture doesn't do him any justice. He looks like a gremlin in the picture. He looks really ugly. But, like in the game, he looks so beautiful. My profile on Discord for a little bit was just Wrecking Ball after after he sticks out his tongue because I find him just so adorable. He reminds me of a Yoshi, and I think that's why I liked him so much when I was younger. It was something familiar with a just creature that sticks his tongue out and eats things. And the burping was funny. He can also knock back with his roll, which his roll undoubtedly isn't the greatest move, and I don't find Wrecking Ball to be the greatest of characters looking at it like now. But I still find fun with him. He takes like a melee long range approach, which is, certainly unique for a character. I wouldn't say there's a lot of characters that have that type of long range but still melee feel. Uh, and I don't know. I just always liked him. But definitely his power and just his moveset in general is kind of the thing that puts him down lower on my favorite list for now. And I'm sad to say that he probably isn't the greatest, but I don't know. It'll take until I do an honesty rate on him to like really dive deep into what he can do. But I still like Wrecking Ball. He'll always be there. I know he's one of those characters that I did actually use later in games, which is not very like me. I don't like using characters from older games and newer games, at least when I was littler, just because, there's so many other new characters. Why not use them, level them up, try out every single thing they can do. It was just not like me. But this character and the other ones on this list normally just kind of stayed in my rotation, which is, more than others can say. Some I probably picked up one time and never played them again. Laughing its way into number 4, we got Ghost Roaster, which Ghost Roaster is kind of a unique pick for me. And that's just because of his overall design of a character. Look at Ghost Roaster, right? Like, look at his scully, scary face. He is probably one of the more scarier things that were in Skylanders, at least to what I know. Not taking, like, books in the hand. Just the games themselves. This is probably one of the more, like, creepier looking things in the game. So, a person like me, where I am not particularly scared, but I'm very interested, and imagery like that does I think disturb is the right way to put it. And I do like think about it. And younger me was way worse at that. Like I was scared of a lot of things and just couldn't take fact or fiction and not merge it together and think everything was gonna kill me. So having something like that is kind of weird. And I think the reason why I think I like Ghost Roaster so much and why he never really scared me, he never scared me. I liked him a lot. Was his character. And not even just like his attacks, which I did a whole honesty rated of. It's him as like a person, right? Like think of Ghost Roaster, listen to his like lines and shit. He's just super crazy and silly, something like the Joker would be. And I like the Joker, I never really found the Joker to be scary, even though you probably should. He is a crazy ass maniac, but he's funny, He's silly, he's again crazy and demented, but he is cool. I also like him in like the comics. I haven't really read any of them and stuff like that, but seeing him as like a villain character because he never got any other like versions and stuff like that, it's pretty. You can't lie, it's pretty cool. I like that. So, yeah, I really think it's his personality, which sometimes comes into better play than just actual gameplay of him. It puts more of a lasting impact in you than just the character himself. You can forget the character's whole moveset, how they play, even if they play bad. It's just how the character means to you and how they act, which is pretty cool. Here at number 3 is the man with surprisingly a very scary set of teeth, Prison Break. Prison Break is not an easy character, but I liked him when I was younger. And this is a character where I could not tell you why I liked him so much when I was younger. Prison Break is a very unique character in his playing style. It's definitely hard, but you could definitely make it work. And I don't know why little me liked this character so much. Maybe he played a lot more differently in like past games, but I can remember using him a lot in Giants and Spyro's Adventure. Now he's stuck with me because of it. Like I like him because of how much I liked him when I was younger. And it's more of a nostalgia thing for me. I don't like normally play as him. I don't normally pick him up, but I do find him fun, and I do like to collect stuff from him. You know, like a dream chase figure I want to get is going to be that Prison Break with the flock and golden. I think it's the holiday one. That would be really cool to have because I like Prison Break. I just like him as a person. I don't know why. It's just more of a child thing. And he's a hard character. I definitely think he's not easy. It's really weird how his like lasers track, because at some points they feel like they do hone in if you like look at people, but if like you tilt it a little too much, it goes flying. Like it goes sending, and it's very hard to lock back on. And then it's like there's like this awkward pause between like trying to shoot your beams again, and sometimes people like that sheep in the back is like attacking the other gems, and then sometimes they just don't care. Like he's a very like weirdly weird character, but I still like him. And I couldn't tell if I was particularly good with the guy. I played on like normal difficulty, easy difficulty. I don't even remember when I was younger. But obviously it worked in whatever difficulty land I was playing in back then because I was able to enjoy him. And maybe I still could now, but I don't know. I guess we'll see in the future. Here at number 2, just shy of number 1, is a Skylander I didn't even own back in Spyro's Adventures like debut. I only owned them when Swap first came out, when there was a light core, but just barely did I even own them. And we'll go over that in it. It's Wham Shell though. Wham Shell originally was mainly liked because of his look. I really like how he looked. And having him now, I definitely like how he plays. I like his starfish. I like how it shoots. It's like I don't know, it feels like a shotgun to me. Even though it's weird how it shoots, like if you hit all 3 on someone, it doesn't do like 3 damage. Like, all of 3 of them don't do the same amount of damage to it. It's just weird. But I like how he plays. And I really like maces. I like how he has it, and I really like axes. So him having a weapon like that and just how he swings it, I don't know. It feels satisfying just fucking pummeling people with it. But I think the main reason that I personally like Wham Shell is the way I have him and the way I was actually able to own him. Because the way I got to have Wham Shell, which I think I might have told this already, was because of me going to Target one day. And, back then, if you're a kid, you're buying Skylanders and stuff like that, sometimes you would be able to buy a Skylander after going to the store. You get to get one Skylander. Only one, though. And normally you would have to buy either just, one of the singular packs, or you would try to, bargain for, one of those triple packs. And I don't remember who I was going to get. I physically can't remember. It was maybe, a swapper or something like that. Maybe someone just, Riptide or something like that. I don't know who it was going to be. But I found a Wham Shell kind of tucked away. And it was the light core one. And it was the only one I could see in that store. So I had an ultimatum of which one I could pick, because obviously I wasn't going to be able to get 2. So I picked Wham Shell because, I wanted him for a while. He would, finish up that slot that I was missing. And I was the only Wham Shell I would ever see physically without having to buy it online. That's the only way I own the original. I've never found another one in my lifetime. And you know what? That stuck with me. And Wham Shell's here because of it. And hitting the podium is going to be Double Trouble, the man that does not need to speak in a coherent sentence to tell you that he's cool. Double Trouble was a easy character for me when I was younger. And I think he is the character that kind of got me liking mask/tiki feeling stuff. I don't know what about Double Trouble was it when I was younger that really made me stuck with him, but he's a character that I will forever love. I can tell you maybe some speculations why. One is that his character isn't the hardest to play. You know, Double Trouble has a very easy lock on with his staff, which hit enemies through it, and that is pretty damn cool. You got that explosion blast if you sat there and waited long enough, which I know I used a lot when I was younger. I can visibly see myself using that so much when I was younger. And then you have the kids that blow up, or the little minions, but I didn't really use those. I can really remember myself only using the other two. And I like that. And I just really like how he looked. I don't know if you can notice this as me as a person, but I really like this like distant looking things. I always have this craving for different looking things and how things are perceived and how they act. Like it's more of like a character for me if they like do something like that. If it's just like a cool concept. Even if their gameplay isn't the coolest, I still appreciate on what the design and how they feel and how they look work. It feels like it stuck with me a lot, and Double Trouble is probably like an early sign of me liking him a lot. Um, Another thing that I can remember about him when I was younger is that he was probably the first character I bought. I can like faintly remember, at least this is the only character I can remember as far back as getting, was the Double Trouble. I remember sitting in a cart. I was with my cousin and my mom, and I was in the shopping cart, and I saw the Skylanders, and I was like, I want to get one, and I think it took a little bit of bargaining, but I was able to get one, and I saw Double Trouble, and I was like, I don't own him. Let me take him. And I took them. Again, did I own maybe other ones? Maybe. Like maybe I owned like Wrecking Ball and stuff before them. I don't know. But it's the one I can remember. I can visibly remember myself in that Walmart, sitting in the shopping cart, asking if I could get that one, and I was able to. And I like him a lot more now. Again, his looks, I just love him. I love the tiki. I like masks a lot, and maybe Double Trouble is the reason that I do like masks so much. I just like how he looks. Do I think owning a Double Trouble mask would be super cool? Yes, that would be fucking amazing. And I like him for it, and I definitely think he fits a lot more with me too. And I also own his Royal version, which is like a lucky thing. I bought it when it was like a lot cheaper. I did not buy it now where it's a lot more expensive. So I find that a little lucky, and I find it to be one of the cooler variants that are out there that are not like legendary and stuff like that. But that's my list. That's what I think are the top 5 off of bias. Not really off of gameplay, just kind of how I feel and what my past told me I should like. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please tell me who you like. Put your 5, put your 10, put your 100. I don't even care how many characters you put down there. Just tell me who is your personal favorite. Probably from Spyro's, just to keep it on topic. And I hope to see you in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.